Welcome back. In the Texas Gulf Coast, a SpaceX Starship exploded into this massive fireball, preparing for a test flight. The aerospace company said the rocket experienced a, quote, major anomaly. As of now, SpaceX says there are no hazards to residents and communities surrounding the site. The ship was expected to launch around the end of the month for its 9th test flight. Let's bring in CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood for more on the explosion. Bill, thank you for joining us today. What was SpaceX testing for this ship before it exploded?
They were getting ready to test fire one or more engines of the Starship upper stage. You have to remember the rocket we're talking about has a first stage called the Super Heavy, and then the Starship, which is the one that exploded, is the upper stage. They were going to do a test fire of those engines. They'd put this on top of the Super Heavy and then launch it around the end of the month. It'll be the 10th test flight, not the 9th. The 9th, as you recall, the Starship exploded in flight, or rather broke up in the atmosphere on that test flight. 3 failures in a row, and now this test failure down in Texas.
Wow, so this was the 10th one. Thank you for that correction. This was one of the company's massive cargo starships. So having only had, as we know, 10 tests so far with these kinds of ships, 5 of which also ended in explosions, I believe it is 5. How major of a setback is this for SpaceX, would you say?
Well, it's hard to say right now. It's going to depend on what triggered the failure. Clearly, it's going to take some time to sort through this, and they'll have to get another vehicle ready to fly on the 10th test flight. So it's a little too soon to say that, although there's no question it's a setback. When you consider the last 3 flights of the full-up rocket, the Super Heavy Starship, all ended in upper stage failures, and then couple that with this one, they've got a bad stretch right here, and it's going to take some time to get to the bottom of it. I'm sure they will, but it's going to take some time.
And you said it right there. It's going to take some time, Bill. And we know the Starship, it is critical to NASA's plans to land astronauts on the moon in just about 2 years or so. So given the rocket's record to date, how do you see SpaceX's chances of actually making that schedule or anything even close to it?
You know, it's not just getting the rocket flying to be able to pull off that moon landing. They've also got to develop some new technology that's never been done before. They have to learn how to fuel this spacecraft in orbit. They have to make sure the fuel will last and not boil away in the time it'll take the crew to get there. All of these are new things, and they have to launch enough of these rockets to demonstrate the kind of reliability NASA will require before they'll ever put an astronaut on board. So even before this latest mishap, I think most people in the space community did not think that 2027 or maybe even 2028 was a realistic possibility for a moon landing, and this is only going to add to that.
Yeah, it certainly is, and that video of the explosion, just incredible. Bill Harwood, thank you so much for all of your insight into all of this. We appreciate your time today.